Range anxiety is officially dead, but the solution did not come from Silicon Valley or Detroit. For the past decade, the Western automotive world has been obsessively pouring billions of dollars into research and development, desperately trying to stretch the boundaries of pure electric vehicle batteries to consistently hit the 600-kilometer mark under real-world conditions. They have been fighting a losing battle against kinetic limits, infrastructure bottlenecks, and battery degradation. But while legacy automakers have been focused on incremental gains and struggling EV sales, a new mechanical masterpiece just rewrote the fundamental laws of thermal efficiency and long-distance travel. What we are analyzing today is the 2026 Buick Electra E7. Do not let the traditional American badge on the front grille deceive you for a single second. The engineering veins, the software brain, and the thermodynamic heart of this machine were entirely born, tested, and perfected in Shanghai by the engineering powerhouse of SAIC. Today, on Drive and RPM, we are going deep into the forensic engineering of a plug-in hybrid architecture that completely obliterates the competition. We are talking about a verified combined range of 1,600 kilometers. To put that massive number into a geographical perspective, that is the equivalent of driving from New York City straight down to Jacksonville, Florida, without a single stop for fuel or electricity. How is it physically possible to extract this level of kinetic energy without drastically increasing the vehicle's mass and turning it into an undrivable tank? The answer lies not just in high-density LFP batteries, but in a relentless obsession with thermodynamic perfection and predictive energy management. Forget the marketing brochures. Today, we dissect the internal organs of the Electra E7 and expose the Chinese engineering that is keeping this Western badge alive. To truly understand how a heavy, technologically loaded SUV achieves a 1,600-kilometer range, we have to look past the battery pack and deeply analyze the internal combustion component of this specific powertrain architecture. SAIC completely bypassed the traditional parasitic mechanical losses of standard hybrid systems. Under the hood, we have a highly calibrated 1.5-liter turbocharged engine. But this is not your average four-cylinder motor. It operates on an extreme, thermally optimized Miller cycle. In a standard Otto cycle engine, the compression stroke and the expansion stroke are roughly equal in duration, which inevitably leads to massive heat loss and wasted kinetic potential through the exhaust manifold. SAIC's engineers mathematically manipulated the valve train geometry, keeping the intake valves open significantly longer during the compression stroke. This mechanically pushes a calculated volume of the air-fuel mixture back into the intake manifold. Why execute this complex timing? Because it artificially lowers the compression ratio, preventing catastrophic pre-ignition under heavy thermal loads, while simultaneously maintaining a massive expansion ratio. By drastically reducing the pumping losses inside the cylinders, they push the brake-specific fuel consumption, or BSFC, into unprecedented territory. This engine extracts the maximum amount of usable energy from every single microscopic drop of fuel. But here is the forensic detail. This combustion engine rarely drives the wheels directly at low or city speeds. It is mechanically decoupled. It acts primarily as a hyper-efficient onboard power plant, generating electricity for the primary propulsion system, which is a brutal 165 kilowatt electric motor. The absolute brain of this operation is the Vehicle Control Unit, the VCU. This computational unit calculates the required torque output, vehicle speed, and battery state of charge hundreds of times per second. If you are doing 120 kilometers per hour on the highway, which is the exact physical moment electric motors begin to lose efficiency due to counter-electromotive force, a dedicated, highly reinforced clutch instantly engages. The planetary gear set physically locks the internal combustion engine directly to the drive wheels. This allows the Miller cycle engine to operate precisely at its peak thermal efficiency sweet spot, driving the car mechanically while simultaneously trickle charging the battery. This seamless, undetectable transition between series and parallel hybrid modes is what mathematically guarantees that 1,600 kilometer range. But mechanical efficiency means absolutely nothing without chemical stability. The E7 utilizes a massive and high-density lithium iron phosphate, or LFP, battery pack. On pure electric power alone, this heavy vehicle glides for an impressive 210 kilometers, enough to cover 95% of daily driving habits without ever waking up the combustion engine. However, fast charging a battery of this size, or subjecting it to rapid not high amperage discharge during hard acceleration, generates severe thermal stress. We have to remember the fundamental law of physics regarding electrical power and heat dissipation, represented by P metazaur I.2. Heat is the absolute worst enemy of electrical resistance, cell longevity, and overall vehicle safety. To manage this thermal load, the SAIC-designed battery housing isn't just a protective metal box, it is an active, highly pressurized thermal management matrix. SAIC implemented a complex, three-dimensional liquid cooling architecture. Micro-coolant channels are interwoven meticulously between the individual cell modules, maximizing the surface area for thermal dissipation. This means that even under heavy hybrid deployment, or when plugged into a hyper-fast DC charger, the core temperature of the LFP cells remains perfectly balanced within the optimal operating window. This active cooling prevents the degradation of the cathode structure over time and completely mitigates the risk of thermal runaway. It is a system designed not just for achieving range numbers today, but to ensure the battery pack retains over 90% of its structural integrity and charge capacity a decade from now. Let us transition from thermodynamics to spatial and structural engineering. The cabin of the Electra E7 is a masterclass in interior packaging. The absolute headline feature of this interior is the front row seating configuration, which mechanically transforms and folds completely flat to create a full-sized bed. This sounds like a simple, convenient luxury feature for long road trips, but from a mechanical engineering standpoint, it is a structural nightmare to execute safely. Standard automotive seats are rigidly anchored to specific crash-rated mounting points and are strictly designed to absorb kinetic energy in a collision. To allow the backrest to fold 180 degrees flush with the rear bench, without compromising the structural integrity of the vehicle during a high-speed frontal or rear impact, SAIC engineers had to redesign the entire seat rail framework from the ground up. They utilized ultra-high-strength steel alloys and reinforced boron steel in the seat frame base to ensure massive torsional rigidity. While you are resting in this zero-gravity posture, you are surrounded by what can only be described as a rolling data center. The dashboard is completely dominated by a monolithic 30-inch curved display, pushing a true 6K resolution. The system is powered by the flagship Qualcomm Snapdragon processor architecture. This high-performance chip eliminates all input latency. The user interface operates at a locked 60 frames per second, handling the real-time LiDAR data, predictive navigation algorithms, and active ambient cabin controls simultaneously without a single drop in processing power. A large LFP battery pack and a luxurious, tech-heavy interior introduces a serious kinetic penalty to any vehicle. Mass, weight is the enemy of handling, braking, and ride comfort. To manage this massive weight without making the SUV feel like a boat rolling through corners, the chassis engineers implemented an advanced real-time damping, or RTD, suspension system. This is a highly predictive kinematic system. By utilizing the front-facing high-definition cameras and the LiDAR sensor fusion, the vehicle's central brain maps the exact topography of the asphalt milliseconds before the front tires even make contact. The algorithms calculate the depth of the anomaly and instantly adjust the magnetic fluid viscosity inside the electronic dampers. If you are approaching a rough surface, the suspension softens before impact. If you enter a high-speed corner, the system instantly stiffens the outer dampers to completely neutralize body roll, mathematically countering the vehicle's moment of inertia. Simultaneously, the drivetrain applies active torque vectoring to the rear wheels, rotating the vehicle and eliminating the understeer typically associated with heavy front-engine SUVs. It is a triumph of chassis software over physical mass. However, to truly understand the gravity of the Electra E7, we have to look at the massive geopolitical paradox surrounding this vehicle. And this is where the story gets incredibly ironic. General Motors has spent the last few years aggressively pushing their Ultium pure electric platform in the United States, burning through billions of dollars in capital. Yet, facing a severe slowdown in EV adoption and massive financial losses in their electric division, GM's CEO, Mary Barra, recently had to execute a massive strategic pivot. She officially announced that General Motors would have to reintroduce plug-in hybrid electric vehicles to the North American market because the American infrastructure and consumer confidence simply are not ready for a pure electric mandate. Here is the ultimate irony. Buick, right now, does not sell a single EV or PHEV in the United States. Their entire domestic lineup relies on aging internal combustion engines. They have the ultimate weapon, a highly advanced 1,600 kilometer range PHEV architecture inside the Electra E7, perfectly engineered to solve Mary Barra's exact problem in America. But this masterpiece is locked behind a geopolitical wall. Because the E7 is a product of the SAIC-GM joint venture, engineered and manufactured in China, bringing it to the US would subject it to crushing import tariffs designed to block Chinese technology. So, the American consumer is left driving older, knockoffs, less efficient combustion technology, while the absolute pinnacle of Buick's engineering, powered by Chinese supremacy, remains strictly confined to the Asian market. The 2026 Buick Electra E7 is a massive wake-up call to the global industry. It uses a heritage American nameplate on the outside, but the soul, the software architecture, the spatial engineering, and the thermodynamic mastery are purely the result of SAIC's absolute dominance in the plug-in hybrid sector, delivering extreme computational processing power. And a cabin that bends the traditional rules of interior packaging requires a level of engineering execution that legacy Western automakers are currently struggling to match in their own research facilities. This vehicle proves that to survive in the modern automotive landscape, Western brands are fundamentally relying on Chinese technological innovation. It exposes the harsh reality of protectionist markets versus true engineering evolution. If you want to keep diving deep into the exact forensic-level engineering that is reshaping the global automotive industry right before our eyes, hit that subscribe button. This is Drive&rpm, where we do not just review cars, we dissect them down to the molecular level. See you in the next video.